Hello fellow YouTubers and welcome. Today I've been mostly playing the Ohio, and I say mostly playing it, I've been playing it for 5 hours straight, in ranked, in Silver League, trying to qualify for the Silver League. And may I say, I have never in my entire life come across such a desperate bunch of weird players. There are some very strange people that play this game, my friends. Some very strange people indeed. I started the day at 2 stars. I got a couple of wins straight off the bat. And then after that, I went up to 3, back down to 2, and I stayed at 2 stars for the entire session of 5 hours. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to share with you 2 or 3 of what I considered the most interesting of the batch of games. The matchmaker wasn't particularly kind. Have you ever had a situation with the matchmaker where you find yourself either face rolling the other team or getting face rolled yourself? Sound familiar? Matches of 3, 4, 5 minutes to win a game is not something I can really put on my channel. Yes, we won, yay! But the damage numbers are low. The enemy team literally sank itself. It was like they were thumping holes in the bottom of their hulls with their own hammers. Very strange indeed. If any of this rings true to you, then yeah, you have been a victim of Wargaming's incredibly complex matchmaking. I don't think it's complex at all. I wish it was. I wish they used an algorithm maybe to work out exactly who should be on what team. Instead of which, I have no idea how it works, but they do seem to be able to dump all the worst players, all the new players on one team and all the experienced players on the other team, and give the new players 1, maybe 2 veterans to somehow carry against 12 enemy battleships, or in the case of ranked 7 enemy battleships, where at least 4 of those players know exactly what they're doing, and you feel like you're the only one on your team that knows what you're doing. So this should be fairly entertaining. I hope you enjoy these videos. I will be taking a short summer break after this. I'm thinking of taking a couple of weeks off with the family, and but don't worry, my friends, the channel will return back to normal come September, as long as it's not too crazy. But I will start pumping videos out again as we head up towards the autumn period and head into autumn. So let's talk about the Ohio. I got this ship about a month ago on the research points. Wish I'd got her sooner. She has a very strong armor layout, as you can see. American battleship tier 10, 32 millimeters of foredeck, then followed by 38 millimeters of armored decking, and the rear is the same, 32 millimeters. And she's got this fairly low profile superstructure of 19 millimeters. Okay, and she's got casemate armor belt of 409 millimeters with layers that get weaker as you go under the water. If we take the torpedo belt off and we take the nose off, you can see there's a casemate, and then below that we've got the citadel armor that starts here and goes quite low beneath the waterline. Okay, the ship is very strong kiting away due to the sheer thickness of that angled armor. Very strong indeed. She can also bow tank like a boss. Okay, so we put the nose back on. For equipment, yes, I've gone with a secondary build on the Ohio, and let me tell you, I'm having quite a lot of fun with it. So in slot 1, I've gone with auxiliary armaments and modification 1. You can play this battleship like a traditional battleship though, so you could take main armaments modification 1 instead, if that's what you wish to do. In module 2 or mod 2, slot 2, I would definitely take damage control system modification 1 regardless of whether you're playing a secondary build or not. Slot 3, I've taken the secondary battery modification 1 to push the secondary batteries out a further 20%. However, if that's not the bag you're into, then maybe artillery plotting room to increase the range of those guns by a considerable amount. Or if you're not happy with the turret rotation, maybe main battery modification 2. Okay, in slot 4, damage control system modification 2. And I'd take this regardless, really. She needs to be tanky. It's what I feel about this ship anyway. You could get away with propulsion modification 1, but if you don't like HE spam, damage control system modification 2 is your friend. And you will get torpedoed a lot too, so having the flood recovery time reduced is kind of useful. Slot 5, concealment system modification 1 to bring the detection down, that's a given. And then finally, artillery plotting room modification 2. You could take main battery modification 3, there is a justification for that, for reducing the reload time. But if you like your dispersion to be a little bit more under control, you get a whopping minus 11% to your shell dispersion with the artillery plotting room. Okay, if we look at the heals, you can see, wow, 38-second cooldown on the heals. Yeah, that's very useful indeed, which is why I've got 5 of them. And I take the spotting plane over the fighter any day of the week, because that will increase our gun range by a further 20%. So, she's got 96,300 hit points with this build, 37% torpedo protection, 4 twin turreted 457mm guns. Those 457mm rifles are very strong indeed, kind of Yamato levels of crazy. Okay, not unlike the Montana with her 406s, we have 8 457s. The secondary batteries are 127mm. They're okay, which is why I've gone with a secondary build. I wouldn't say she's the best secondary ship in the game. That's very much not the case. But being able to set fires with a fire chance of 9% at 11.3 kilometers is kind of the bag I'm into. I like the idea of being able to set fires on things. Also, destroyers are going to hate being in proximity to my ship. These are all good things, people. Okay, she gets 2 attack flights for anti-submarine warfare with a range of 11 kilometers and a reload time of 30 seconds. The AA defense is quite formidable. Quite formidable. Her maneuverability, she's a bit slow. 29.4 knots with speed flag. Turning circle radius of 950 meters. Rudder shift time of 18.6 seconds. You get the idea. And she has 15.6 kilometer detection with this build, which is kind of knack 'em off levels of detection. Yeah. You need to know what you're doing, otherwise, yeah, the whole world can see you. They can see you from space with this build, unfortunately. But if you know what you're doing with islands and you know how to position yourself against enemy fire, I haven't found it the biggest problem as I thought it would be. It's really not too much of an issue for me. So I've gone with the West Virginia 44 Captain's build on this one. If we look at the artillery, yeah, she's got 43% chance of causing fire on the HE, hence the justification for the gun feeder. There are going to be only very rare occasions, however, when you use a HE. You really should be firing AP most of the time. If you look at the damage numbers for the AP, you can see why. Shell velocity is a bit slow on the AP, and the shells do tend to float a bit and then drop down hard on their decks, which is great, because you're punching through deck armor as opposed to hard, solid, very, very solid casemate. Okay. She's a pretty nasty ship, actually. In the right hand, she's bloody lethal. Okay. Right, I'll show you those matches. I'll show you my miserable afternoon. 5 damn hours of staying at 2 stars. Coming up right now. Okay, so the map's loop. It's domination mode. It's silver qualifying time. There's a CV aside. And I'm in the Ohio. Have been for the last 4 hours. Okay, we got a gearing to worry about, a Stalingrad, a Zau, a Republic, a Schliefflen, a Montana, interesting, and a Nakamov. All pretty scary ships for their own different reasons. Yeah, 11.6 kilometers detectability by air. Oh dear God. 15.6 kilometer detection. Something to bear in mind when the CV's about. Oh God, what have I done? Secondaries have got a range of 11.3 kilometers. Which is nice, actually, especially when you've got a 9% fire chance. I've switched around the flags a bit too, so that I can get it up to 10%. And we're doing a colossal 23 knots with the Kurfürst heading into A. And what is our Halland doing? This is how my afternoon is going. The Halland has decided in his infinite wisdom that B is the cap to get. Now, B is incredibly easy to get, and A is much, much harder to get. And it would have been nice if we'd had the destroyer with his incredible AA values at A, because a Halland will scare a Nakhimov off every time. One of the few destroyers that can actually remove that first strike from the Nakhimov, or at least make it less painful. And he's decided to go B. Oh my goodness. Alright, fine. One overpen. Yay! We love overpens. Hi, Montana. Please sail into my shells. Or not. Guess he saw those coming. Now, you do have to give the guns more lead than you would think. The reload for 4.57s is pretty good. It's under 30 seconds, and that's before you start factoring in adrenaline rush, so that's quite good. However, the travel time on the shells is a little longer because of that slow velocity. There you go. 2 overpens. Woo! But yeah, you do have to lead your targets a lot more than you would think. Now, there's a gearing here. Unfortunately, their destroyer knows what he's doing, even if ours doesn't. And they've got, 2 battleships, 1 cruiser, and a gearing here, as far as I'm aware. And we've got, what, 2 battleships here? Already our Kurfürst is heading to the hills. I'm going to cover his retreat. I'm going to go and camp behind this island here and cover his withdrawal. I see our Kurfürst and Stalingrad are tracking across to B. I don't know why they're doing that. I would be much happier if they were pushing C with the Brisbane and the Halland. Because if we're going to use this strat or this tactic, this isn't how you do it, right? What you do is you have 1 or 2 ships, distract them at A. Your best players, clearly, like me, right? Just to hang tough and give them a hard time and make them earn it. And then the rest of your team takes B and then pushes straight away, straight at C, and overwhelms whatever's there. But Team Red have had plenty of time to react, and oh boy, have they reacted. Okay. Nakimov's miles out of range, and my spotter plane's on cooldown anyway. There's the gearing torps I was expecting. Okay, let's see if we can take the fight to the Montana, get his interest. Hey Montana, I want to duel you, man. Let's go. No, don't shoot the Kurfürst, shoot me. Nice. Very nice. 3 pens, 2 overpens, almost 14k damage there. That'll be the Zal behind the island. A Zal that knows what he's doing. Now, by now, I would be expecting my team to be putting so much pressure on C. It's unbelievable. But you can see the Haaland is strung out all on his own at F10, right? I'm going to have a go at this Schliefling because he's showing a lot of broadside. And I'm going to slowly withdraw because they're going to start pushing soon. Yay, we got a Citadel on the Schlief. Haha. Zal's still pelting me with HE. Montana's chasing. This is good. This is good. And my job here is to just basically try and whittle them down. Maybe take one or two of them with me. Whilst the team captures C. Stalingrad just took out on Stalingrad. He completely ignored the Haaland, right? Because he knows the Haaland is crap. And he took out the Stalingrad. And now he's going to take out the Haaland. Oh, God, help us all. Uh-oh. I mean, it's been an amusing afternoon so far, to be honest. It has been funny. Ah, of course. The troll armor of the Zhao. So overpowered, man. So overpowered. Zhao is so broken. Okay, Nakimov's having a go. Now, I can't really turn into him, and I don't particularly want to anyway, because I don't want to show too much broadside to the Montana, but I am going to have to angle, which means I'm going to have to turn. Now, a good thing about this ship is it turns real tight. The turning circle is very good, so let's see if we can split the difference on these torps. Ooh, yeah, baby. That was close. And there's those pens I was worried about from the Montana. Still, they're just pens, not citadels. Oh, and more torps. Yay. There goes my secondaries. Now the Montana's in secondary range. And already we have a fire on him. He will regret that. You really don't want to push into an Ohio with a Montana. If they're doing what I'm doing. You really don't. He's gonna burn, baby. It's better than that. I do believe he put the first fire out. And now he's got another fire. Uh-oh. And another fire. What you gonna do? 2 fires. So he put the first one out, and now he's got 2 fires burning on him. Oh, this guy's doomed. Now he's very tightly angled, so I've switched to HE. I think the HE is particularly great on this ship, to be honest. You want to be using the AP most of the time, but if I can get another fire, right? He's burning very nicely indeed. And look at those secondaries chew him up. I get another heal in 30 seconds, boy. Well, 38 to be precise. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Gearing torps. Okay, that's the Montana dealt with. We're going to swallow 2 of these, unfortunately. But I do have some torpedo protection. And three heals in my pocket. So, in my back pocket, so I'm alright. Meanwhile, our fleet's getting clobbered. I'm amazed that Haaland's still up. He did well. Looks like the team managed to take down the Stalingrad before it got the Haaland. So, okay. Alright. But I still don't know why the Haaland's all the way back up at B. I can defend B, guys. Go and get C. Go and get C. They win in 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Go and get... Oh, God. You see, I think half a problem with this game is a lot of people just don't use the minimap. And a lot of people don't play chess. Because World of Warships is like chess. It is very much like chess. Pawn to bishop 3, checkmate, right? But unfortunately, these guys are clueless. Absolutely clueless. The Kurfürst is thinking maybe C is a good idea. but he's taking too long. And the Halland should be at sea. He should be hovering around there, throwing torpedoes at things. Well, the Schliefflin's pushing, okay. Maybe he was running a little scared of a Schliefflin. And there's still a gearing in the area. Talking of which, let's duel the Schliefflin. I think I can handle the Schliefflin in Ohio. Got another fire on him. That's good. Yeah, we got high caliber. I'm very aware of the gearing. I'm worried if he gets lucky with his torps, it's all going to be over for me. Got another fire on him. Yeah, I think he put the first one out and he's burning nicely. It's over. Did you notice his secondaries were mostly hitting my casemate armor on the side, my side cheeks, my cheek plates, and bouncing? Yeah, you can push in the Ohio. You can. She can push. Gee, thanks for that. And did you notice the CV stole both of my frags there? Well, maybe not the gearing. A gearing wasn't necessarily my frag, but it definitely stole the Schliefflin from me, which is just rude, right? Just rude. Anyway, I've tanked, what, 2,337,900 damage, and we've done 153,000 and got a high caliber. And there's just 33 seconds left in this match now. Absolutely nothing I can do to win this. Absolutely nothing. The Halland and the Kurfürst made damn sure of that. And then the carrier provided us with no support either at the beginning at A. But the Nakhimov fortunately didn't notice. He's going to catch me this time, isn't he? But it's over. It's over. What a shame. What a pity. I wonder if we'll keep our star. We're still going to be 2 stars. Yep, we're 2 stars. Got Dreadnought and a high caliber. Reasonable credits. Now, were the team as bad as I thought they were? We're about to find out. Yep, pretty awful. I mean, the Kurfürst did something, but pretty awful, really. Okay, 79k on the Montana, 60k on the Schliefflin, 8k on the Zau, 4,725 on the Republic. Okay. Let's do another one. Okay, this time we're on loop. And no carriers, but we do have a couple of starships. One aside, Yamagiri and a Humphreys. We've got the Humphreys, they've got the Yamagiri. That's going to be a bit of a worry for me. And they've got a gearing. And a U-4501. That's a lot of torpedo power right there. Now, if there's one thing the Ohio isn't too great at, he says, I don't know. She is alright at dodging torpedoes as long as you can see them coming. But that's the thing, right? We don't have Hydra. Not like the German battleships. I mean, we do give up Hydro for fast heals, superior armor profile, and better guns. So there is that. Okay, so this time we have the Z-52 with us, and I'm hanging with the Schliefflin. Our Bourgogne is heading to B, and our Des Moines appears to be coming with us. Also, the Humphrey seems to be heading towards B, with a view to spotting for the Bourgogne. U-2501's going mid. Our current setup, the way we're spread, looks good. This actually looks encouraging. Now, as long as the Schlieffelen parks himself behind the island at D3 and lets the Z-52 do some spotting before pushing. Because that's the thing in the secondary battleship. You don't want to push until you really know what you're pushing into. Very important. In fact, that's the #1 rule, really, when it comes to secondary pushes. And that applies to every secondary battleship in the game. Now I can see straight away they've got 3 battleships here. They're taking this flank pretty seriously. Just gonna adjust the volume slightly there. Huh. Okay, so they've got 3 battleships, we've got 2. Have they got a destroyer in the area? The Castilla is at sea. Is their entire team here? Okay, Schlieffelen is already pushing. This is not good. Don't go alone, Schlief. Don't push, man. Okay, still don't know. Ah, there we go. There's a gearing contesting the cap. I'd like to know where the Yamaguri is, though, if I'm honest. That's a lot of torpedoes. Yamaguri's here, too. Yeah, there he is. Right on the flank over there. So they've got their entire fleet here, and we got 3 ships. We just lost our Schlieffelen because he just pushed into 3 battleships, a gearing, and a Yamaguri unsupported. Okay. Okay. I managed to avoid those torps. Do we get to keep our 2 stars? That's what I'm thinking right now. Humphreys is shouting for help from the Borgogne against the Castilla. Now, a Humphreys and a Borgogne against the Castilla should win every time, right? Let's keep an eye on that. They should go and get C now. At least I'm assuming that's what they're going to do next. Keep an eye on that for me, right? Let me know your thoughts. Okay, the other torps are incredibly slow, so I think we can avoid them and get a broadside on the Schlieffelen. So let's try that. Going for upper belt. Okay. Bit of a lackluster 8.5k damage, but I'll take it. Found the gap on the torps. The dispersion can be a bit wonky, which is why I tend to aim a little higher than the waterline, because she can go up and down a bit. Okay, let's try the Schlieffelen again. Going broadside, there we go. There we go, that's what I was looking for. 3 pens, 3 overpens, 27.5k damage there. And a citadel. Okay, we're going to put some fire on the gearing with the secondaries. Now, I'd like to think that the Z-52 is going to join in here and help me get rid of this gearing. So we're just going to put some rear guns on the gearing for another 3k. That's nice. 2 overpens. And wait. Our Borgogne has been sunk by the Castilla, right? Is that what happened there? Just going to avoid these torps. Oh, that was close. That was really close. So we now just have a Humphreys on the flank, looking at sea. This is mighty peculiar. This is mighty peculiar. We've lost our Des Moines. We've lost our Schlieffelen. We've lost our... Oh, lost the game, I guess. I mean... Oh god. Oh, there's a gap at the end. Okay, let's take the gap at the end. And just tuck her in here. I like to think a member of my crew is hanging out the ship, slapping "You miss me" stickers on every torpedo that flies by, right? So I'm now being chased by 3 battleships. How did it come to this? Oh yeah, Schlieffen did an early push when he really should have waited. Des Moines got himself killed when he should have hung back and stayed behind the island. And now I'm in a bit of a situation. More torps. Okay, that's a bit loud even for my taste. Right, so... dear God. Huh. Alright, so... fire at the Kremlin. But I'm about to get chased by half their team across the map. And they've got a 2-ship advantage. Now the Yamaguri's gone high. He's in the northwest sector, dropping torps on me every now and then. There you go. There's another spread from the Yamaguri, just to give you some idea. So I'm having to zig and zag to avoid those, whilst trying to engage this lot. I don't know what they think they're doing. More torps incoming. Okay. Hey, yeah. There you go. Bye, Schlief. Uh-oh, got hit hard there. Kremlin. Kremlin's going to be a problem, actually, because he's got improved AP angles on his guns. I've actually got quite a bit of respect for that ship. I have one myself, and when the guns perform, they perform very, very well. Okay. Got a high caliber. Again. Getting 2 stars. Again. And the Castilia must be some kind of god. This guy is a Greek god. I mean, honestly... or a Spanish god, depending on how you look at it. Yeah, okay. I just went down to the Bologna. Okay, I guess he got some citadels in with that strike. And that's it. It's my game over. And we have these 2 destroyers. Okay, don't push in early, wait for support. Don't die to a Castilia. Oh, I've run out of reports. That's how my day's been. I've just run out of reports. I mean, all these people made very big mistakes very early in the match. You want to try and stay alive for the first 5 minutes, is my advice. Use islands, please. There are islands to be used. There's an island at D34. There's another island at on the line of D&E at 2. Hell, there's even a high island at B2. If the Des Moines had decided to camp up there until he knew what he was dealing with, I wouldn't have been upset about that. I wouldn't have been upset about that at all. He could have given us some pretty good fire support as we withdrew. If you're faced with one Spanish cruiser and you're in a Begonia and a Humphreys, push him. Sink him. And capture C. Instead of which, look at these 2 guys. They're just farming frags now. They're trying to beat my scores so they can steal my star. I'm at 3 stars at the moment, actually. I won the last one, but it was so boring I've decided not to post it. It was literally 3 or 4 minutes of face palming and face rolling the other team, and I think I only got down about 50-60k because I was being focused. The whole team was firing at me. I think I absorbed something like 3 or 4k, like this game. 3,609,922 damage potential, top right corner. And in that match it was a similar story. They were focusing me really hard and I didn't really get to do much, but we won because my teammates knew what they were doing. It is really hard to carry in this game unless you're a content creator with, how do I put this, improved matchmaking. Yeah. I think we should all get improved matchmaking, to be honest. I don't see why special content creators get it and no one else. I think that's mean. How about a no algorithm? How about some AI to figure out the matchmaking, right? Because clearly your matchmaker is broken while gaming. Some of us don't have 5 hours to literally go around in circles. I mean, it's been 2 steps forward, 1 step back, you know? I've literally wasted 5 hours of my life here. To get, what, 2 stars? Or stay at 2 stars? Let's check this out. Yeah, 2 stars. Uh-huh. Z52, I'm guessing. Yeah. Oh, not by much. I'd report him if I could. Okay, let's... Okay, we're on Warrior's Path. It's domination mode, and look, if I get 2 stars on this one, that's it. I think I'm going to go play Tetris or Baldur's Gate 3 or maybe do some weeding in the garden. Possibly. Check the tires on my car. Dip the oil. Anything other than playing World of Warships. I'm going mad here. I've been at this for now for about 5 hours. And I'm done, pretty much. And in case anyone's wondering what I'm talking about, I'm doing the ranked. I'm trying to qualify for Silver League. And you have to get 5 stars in a row to get into Silver League. And I've bumped into some of the craziest players I've ever had the privilege of playing with. Honestly, it seems all the sane ones are on Team Red, and I've got all the crazy ones. Yeah. Crazy is as crazy does. Anyway, we're heading into A. I've got the Des Moines with me, the Kremlin. Mecklenburg's going B with the Napoli and the U-2501. That's a reasonable split. Let's see if this one works out for us. And we're facing a U-4501, a Halland, a Goliath, a Worcester, a Schliefflin, a Wisconsin or Whiskey, and an Ohio. So, fairly strong team. But I think we've got good ships as well. It's just how well the guys play them. I do like the Ohio, I have to say. I mean, I've spent 5 hours in her, and I haven't quite gone crazy yet, so it must be doing something right? She's a nice ship. She is good. I have had some wins. I've also had some losses, and I've been gaining stars and losing stars, but the common denominator in all of this is I've spent 5 hours stuck at 2 stars. Yeah. Okay, the Daring is going into A, or not. Actually, he seems to have... he's spotted the Schliefflin. See if we can get some cheeky... No, there's an island in the way. Okay. Now the Daring's going into A and he's using the little island. That's good thinking. That's smart. Okay, let's have a go at the Schlief. But if the Schlief pushes in, the Daring's going to be in trouble. Got some solid hits on the Schlief there. 22k damage. 4 pens, 1 over pen. And there's the other Ohio. My namesake. Schliefflin's pushing Daring. You may want to leave the Kappa roundabout now. Kremlin's got your back, though. Kremlin's got your back. I'm not sure I'd be comfortable in a Kremlin pushing a Schliefflen, but okay, I'm going to assume the guy knows what he's doing. First sub sign at F4 on the mini-map. At least he's pinging. It's when they don't ping, that's a real problem for me. There's no counterplay. See if we can get the Ohio. There's absolutely no counterplay to a sub that doesn't ping, which is hardly fair, Wargaming. It's hardly fair at all. You should make pinging compulsory. Can't fire your torps unless you ping. Because honestly, when they don't ping, we haven't a clue where to drop our depth charges. Hell, when they ping, we haven't a clue where to drop our depth charges. We've got a slightly better idea, but it's never guaranteed. And now you've made them very maneuverable. Submarines are actually quite hard to drop on. Okay, see if we can wreck the Ohio's day. Ah, he slowed down. Why did he slow down? He slowed down. Did you see that? He slowed down and turned out a little bit. Just my luck. Okay, Halland. Okay, Kremlin just ate some Halland torps. Schliefflen just took out our Des Moines. I wasn't even... Oh, what was our Des Moines doing over there? He should have been behind an island. Alright, got a citadel there. That was nice. Okay, we're up to 65k damage. But our Des Moines literally YOLO suicided at D1 when he could have just hung back behind one of the islands, behind me. Which is probably the best place for the Des Moines. And he could have helped me sink this Halland. Who's grounded himself. 6,300. Yeah, you're lucky I didn't sink you there, boy. The secondaries had a crack as well. More Halland torps going through. Submarine is on cap. The U-24501 is approaching the Kremlin. Halland's trying desperately to get away. Kremlin got him? Yeah, Kremlin got him. Okay, good. Schliefflen got the Kremlin. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Got torpedoed by the Schliefflen. That's why I won't push Schliefflens in Kremlins. I don't like to get too close to a Schliefflen. If I'm too close, they're going to torp me. So I try and hit the reverse button and hang back. Okay, nice sits on the Ohio there. 9706. That's alright. What I'd like the Kremlin to do is chuck it in reverse and draw him out. There's a sub. He's going backwards. You see how his ping went the other way? You see, we can tell certain things now. Now they've given the ping this wave, if you like. And the wave went backwards, so he is literally reversing his submarine as we speak. There we go, I got a splash on him. I wish all submarine players were like this guy. And actually pinged. So that we had an idea of where they are. Shouldn't be encouraging the behavior though, should I? I should just shut the fuck up, long gun. You're giving the game away. Okay, look at that. Oil. Yeah. And the Schliefflens come out to play. And look, I'm doing what the Kremlin should have done. I'm reversing. Because I don't want to be torpedoed. And down he goes. There we go. Dealt with. Front guns. Eat 457. Okay, chaps. So we did hold 2 caps, but we've just lost B, and the Mecklenburg is fleeing on full health. Why aren't you sinking the Worcester, man? Or the Goliath, or both of them? You've got 2 juicy targets over there, Mecklenburg, and you're running away. I'd have gone north and taken on the cruisers and angled to the Wisconsin, the whiskey. If I'd been in the Mecklenburg, I certainly would have done what he did. You see? Crazy players. I get the crazy ones. I mean, she's a 16 gunner, and cruisers are, you know, rightfully scared of her because honestly, those 16 guns, you can shred cruisers with those. I believe they're 305s, and they're nasty. They are really nasty against cruisers, and they're really nasty against destroyers. In fact, hell, if you show too much broadside, it can be really nasty against the battleship. Also, if he switches to HE, there will be many fires in your life. The Mecklenburg is a great battleship, hampered somewhat by bad turret angles, you know. Hard to angle her to get all the guns going. But there are ways, Oh, I whiffed that one. Probably should have switched to the HE. Oh well. It's been a long day. Now I'm in this sandwich between the Wisconsin and the Ohio. This is bad. This is bad. I'm trying to defend the cap, all on my own. I'm asking for help from the Mecklenburg. What I'd like to see is the Mecklenburg come down here and help me finish off the Wisconsin that just citadeled me with a fluke hit through my front cheek plate. He managed to find the gap and go low with a shell, and he managed to catch my citadel at a almost flat angle. Bad positioning from my part, but you see what I'm trying to do here? I'm trying to angle between two battleships, the Ohio and the Wisconsin, and it's always difficult. It's always difficult. Someone is always likely or has a good chance of getting a citadel on you, like what happened to me there. Okay, let's fire on the Ohio, and I'm going to put some port rudder on and hopefully angle enough to live a little longer. Okay, got a fire on him. What's the Mecklenburg doing? The Mecklenburg has just grounded himself on the little island above me. The Wisconsin's running from the Mecklenburg because he knows full well the guy's got 6-kilometer torpedoes. And I believe the Mecklenburg is now reversing and was engaging the Worcester before he got taken down. So you telling me he got fire spammed the entire time by the Goliath and the Worcester? Is that what happened there? Just got himself burned to death. Oh dear. Oh dear. Talking of which, someone's burning right now. I believe my secondaries lit the Ohio. Just a one fire mine. But it burned for a little while, didn't it? 154k damage, high caliber. I'll probably get Dreadnought too, I'd imagine. See if we can... we're going to try and sink this Ohio. He's showing a lot of broadside. Oh, that was unlucky. That was unlucky. Do you see what I mean by the shells? A vertical dispersion can sometimes get you a little bit. A bit like the Japanese guns. And of course, I'm still getting pecked at by the Wisconsin. So we'll put it all ahead full. And I'm going to try and put islands between me and the Wisconsin whilst I'm engaging the Ohio. That's about the 50th time I've heard that guy say the enemy's about to win. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to freaking kill him. Okay, we took some damage on our cheek. We did 9,379 back. We're up to 172k. We've tanked just over 2.25 million damage. Top right corner and rising. But we're out of heals. I do believe this is over, people. Really sorry, but it looks like it's time to bow out. We're going to try and get some 457 into the superstructure there. Yeah. Okay, about 9k damage there from those shells. 4 over pens, 1 pen. The Worcester is trying to get us. It's only a matter of time now before he figures out where I am and drops his HE spam on me. Ohio is now fairly well angled. And the Wisconsin is about to come around the corner. I didn't lead enough with those shells. That's annoying. 190k damage. 190,000... Okay, we finished on 191,285 damage and almost 3 million damage tanked. Okay. What have I got to do, Wargaming? What have I got to do? Looks like another loss as well. Okay, so we got this submarine all on his own. He's the last ship up. And, of course, the boring thing about watching submarines is we can't see the enemy team, but they win in about 6 seconds anyway, because we don't know what the enemy team's doing whatsoever. Spectating subs is kind of the most boring thing in the world, really. It's up there with eating cardboard, you know? What an afternoon! And I'm star saved. Okay, I'm at two fucking stars. Yay. 2 freaking stars. My name's Lone Gun, and this has been the Ohio in 2 fucking stars. Hope you enjoyed watching it, and if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you all very much for watching. Look at that. God, I was ahead of my team by a country mile there. 30k, 122k, 24k. Oh, happy summer holidays too while I'm at it. 148,000 on the main battery, 25k on the secondaries. 25k of that HE, 13,000 on fires and flooding. Thank you all for watching. Thank you.